We continue with Tabernacles Bible study during Holy Week, where we are focusing on praying the Psalms, and specifically those Psalms that go along with the emotions of Holy Week and what we celebrate with each day and each worship service. It is Holy Saturday, and we are focused on Psalm 13. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I bear pain in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all day long? Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep the sleep of death. And my enemy will say, I have prevailed. My foes will rejoice because I am shaken. But I trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. Notice that this psalm begins with the fourfold litany of how long. And from this we hear a depth of distress. This is one of the most frequent expressions of suffering that you can find in the Psalms, when one is waiting on God to respond, waiting on God to deliver. There is waiting, there is separation, there is lack of presence. With this, we find a feeling of profound grief. And that is the feeling of Holy Saturday. That is how we should feel. Christ is in the grave today. Now imagine the disciples, the women, and the witnesses who saw Jesus die. They know his body is in a tomb, and they are lost. Today we should feel some of that loss, that grief, that distress. The disciples themselves and the witnesses and the women couldn't imagine the resurrection, but we know it will come. Instead, we must live in grief for just a day. We cannot smooth it over. We must feel this part of it too. Like we feel Good Friday and the pain of his actual death, we then must feel Holy Saturday and a day of separation, a day of not knowing, a day of hoping and praying, but not hearing directly. We must live in the unknown for one day. How much more glorious will Easter be after that? But meditate on the unknown. Meditate on those in great distress and grief and despair. That's where our prayer should be this day.